My wife didn't come home last night. Now my worst fears are confirmed.
Oh, my.
My wife didn't come home last night. She went out with a couple of girlfriends, which is pretty normal for her. She's normally back around 2 a.m. on these nights, so I waited up. By the way, this comes from Throw Off My Chest, 234, on the r/OK Storytime subreddit.
Throw off my chest.
Throw it off. So around 2:30, I called to check in. She answered, and I could hear people in the background. She told me they went to a party, but were leaving in a couple of minutes. She wasn't home by 3, so I texted. It delivered, but no reply.
Intriguing.
Around 4 a.m., I called a couple of times before she sent me to voicemail. My wife finally came stumbling through the door at 6:47 a.m. this morning. I know the exact time because I was worried. She was wearing a dress.
I know the exact time because I was worried.
If your wife came home at 6:47, you'd kind of be like, what's up? And has been ghosted all night.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, it's the morning.
So what's good? She was wearing a dress that she didn't leave the house in with mesh leggings I've never seen either. The leggings had clearly been torn and her makeup was smudged. My heart sank when I saw her. My immediate worry was that she had been attacked. She had only shook her head no when I asked her that. I asked her what she had been doing then. She only said that I knew what she had been doing, and that kind of confirmed what the voice in the back of my head had been screaming since she walked in. My wife cheated on me last night.
Ooh.
I asked her who it was. She shrugged almost casually and said it was somebody they met at the club. So she's just like,
she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
In the
She's
club, we're all fam.
And she said, what?
I'm up in the club.
In the club, we're all fam.
Up in the club.
In the club, we're all family.
She went back to his house, hooked up with him, and then Ubered home. She then said she didn't want to fight and just wanted to sleep.
Damn.
So that's what she did.
Wow. Girl gives no F's whatsoever.
She gets everything she wants. She's still asleep now and didn't even take a shower before passing out. Suffice to say, our relationship is over. We don't have any kids and we rent, so it shouldn't be an extremely complicated process.
That's good.
I'm trying to reason myself out of it, pretending there might be something to salvage here. I've always maintained that cheating would be a red line for me, though. I think I need to stick to that now.
Oh, yeah, buddy. You 100% you need to stick to that. What?
Well, we got some other relevant comments from XJV413, who says, you keep trying to reason yourself out of it because this just happened and you're still in shock. The feeling of betrayal is still going to be there when the shock fades, so don't let yourself humor her now. Also, just to be 100% safe, I'd recommend a STI screening. This might not be the first time she's done something of this nature.
Ooh, oh, dang. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess honestly, if that's how she reacted when she walked in, she just goes, you already know what it is. It's like, yeah, she might have been doing that for a minute.
Who cares? I don't care about you.
Damn.
I don't care about this. But I'm going to sleep. I don't care. Opie says, I really don't think she's done this multiple times. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
If she had, she'd likely have come home and told me right away anyways. She's always been the type of person who can't keep things bottled up inside. Apparently not. I will get tested, though. It can't hurt, though I'm a little scared of needles. And there is an update. Me again, folks. Sorry I didn't get around to doing this sooner. I wasn't able to get a day off work yesterday because my boss kind of sucked. I was a complete mess at work yesterday, though, so I was allowed to take the rest of the week as a vacation, thankfully. They're like, yeah, bro.
Wait, but your boss doesn't then. Your boss gave you a whole week off.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I feel like he came in and he was like, hey, what's up? He's like, yeah, my wife just came in at like 7 a.m. Just like, yeah, I just cheated on you, but I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to sleep. And he's probably like, take some time.
He's like, yeah, so I'm going to need those reports actually double time now. I'm actually going to need you to work twice as fast.
Let's hunker down. I think I went through all of the stages of grief while my soon-to-be ex was sleeping. Wow. I wasn't expecting my post to get any attention at all. I just figured I needed to try to talk to someone about it because not in a good headspace. I made the post in the morning, and by noon, she was still conked out in the bedroom. I had processed things a bit more, and I had a rough plan in my head that I was starting to set in motion. I made a short list of questions I wanted answers to, gathered up all my important documents, laptop, etc. Then I went into the bedroom and started packing myself a suitcase. I know a lot of folks wanted me to kick her out. I did consider it, but honestly, I'm not overly attached to this place. We just rent, and I'm in a lucky enough situation to be able to say that paying half the rent for a few months isn't going to financially end me.
That's good.
It'll sting a little bit. I won't lie, but I'll make it, and I feel like being around this place is only going to remind me of her anyways. So I need to be looking forward and not back. She ended up walking about halfway through me packing up my suitcase. There was a momentary confusion as she looked around the room, and then she just started bawling. What do you expect?
I don't know. Okay, like, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this soon.
We will.
For sure.
Or maybe it was.
I'm just worried like something did happen to her and she doesn't know or something. Or like, what's going I don't know what's about to happen.
Totally could be.
But just looking around in confusion and then crying like does not sound good to me.
Yep.
But,
totally could be.
Well, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
I hope I'm wrong. And she's just a terrible person.
We shall see. We hope that she's terrible. I told her I had the screenshots of her Uber and text messages from her phone, and that plus her confirmation was enough that things between us were completely done. She didn't answer me and just cried louder. I debated trying to continue the conversation, but I decided to just pack the rest of my suitcase and head back out to the living room until she came out. When she finally left the bedroom, she sat next to me on the couch and asked if we could talk things through. I told her as calmly as possible that wasn't how things were going to work. I was going to ask questions. I wanted honest answers. She told me she'd be honest, so I proceeded. My voice was shaking the entire time. It was taking me everything to hold it together, but I kept going. Was this the first time she had cheated? She started crying before she answered that. She told me no.
Oh!
Not the first time.
She's just trash. Hey, everybody, pack it up. She's just trash.
Yeah.
Woo!
But bro, this is maybe the most honest cheater we have seen in the history of this show, because my God, she's just like coming out with it.
Well, how wasted must she have been to just walk through the front door and be like, you already know what it is. I've been doing it forever. Look at me.
Look at me.
Does this look like your girlfriend or someone else's? Hey, I'm going to bed.
She had cheated on me multiple times over the course of our relationship. It was, and I'm going to use her words exactly here, just hooking up a way for me to let off some steam. None of it ever meant anything.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. You don't get to decide that.
Ooh, true. I wrote a comment shortly after making my post that all the love couldn't just fade away in one swoop. Well, it can. It hit me right then, and that I wasn't dealing with my wife. The person I was married to literally wasn't in the room. This was someone different. She refused to tell me exactly how many times she had cheated, just more than last night.
Yikes, dude, that makes it sound like she doesn't even know. She's like, between 10 and 15? I don't know.
The next question was, has she used protection? She responded, no. Hesitation from her.
Who is this demon?
Oh.
Before she nodded her head emphatically.
You little cheeky guy over here. She said, no hesitation, and then shook her head. No, we use protection.
I did use protection.
But did we believe her? I'm sure she's been lying this entire time.
She could be. I mean, honestly, she has been seemingly pretty forthright.
Because she got caught.
Yeah,
gotta-
but like she didn't even.
You got to
she
get
didn't
the
even-
test, bro. You
she
can't
didn't even
trust
try.
her.
Oh yeah, still
Can't trust her.
1,000% get the test.
Can't trust her.
No, like even before all of this, get the test for sure. But
There's no
anyways,
idea.
So no hesitation from her before she nodded her head emphatically that she did use protection. She seemed surprised I'd even asked that. I'm still going to get tested just to be safe. I did some research into timing, and I'm going to look after it. Were her friends also cheating on their spouses? Yes and
Ooh,
no.
That's actually a really good. I wouldn't have even thought about that. That's a good question.
Yeah, because they have their little circle and they're
Yeah,
like, they'll
that's a-
protect each
hey,
other.
That's a
Hey.
good question. I would want to know if I was being cheated on. I am not The Weeknd.
Right.
I would like to know if you're playing me. Do not keep it on the low. Let me know.
I hear you. I tried to get her to tell me which of her friends were cheating so I could get in contact with their spouses. She probably should have, because her refusal led me to messaging pretty much the romantic partner of every one of her girlfriends I could find on social media. There are a couple I don't know or couldn't find, but I did my part. Why did she do it? This was the answer that gutted me the most. I'm going to use her exact words again. I need to have more spicy sleep variety.
What is that?
It means
It just means you want to sleep with other people.
it means variety.
But it's like you can get that without sleeping
No, she needs variety. I told her that it's not like our spicy sleep life is dull. She clarified, it's not the same as something new. That's not variety.
That's but I disagree.
Apparently-
you don't have to. You don't need a new person to do new things within the context of the spice.
She says I must sleep with other people. I must. That's what she
Then
says.
just say that.
Well,
Just
I mean-
say it.
I mean, she did. Oh, she said variety.
Yeah, she's trying to be like, well, no, it's not that. It's just say it. That's
It's
what it is.
It's romantically entangled. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent. It's the
He's in
equivalent.
an entanglement.
Ooh. I didn't even have a response to that one. I had expected something about me working too much or not supporting her emotionally. Nope. She just effed other guys because she felt like it and wanted to have some fun. Girls just want to have fun, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, ah.
When I didn't respond, she started asking me about counseling and therapy. I reiterated that our relationship was over. I'd be leaving. What she did next disgusted me. My ex actually tried to hook up with me. She put her hands on me and started taking off my clothes.
Ooh, girl, that's bad. That's a bad look.
Not the time. I felt like I wanted to vomit and pushed her away after a couple of seconds. She just kept trying to tell me that she would figure out a way to fix it, that we would work through it together. I told her that there was no way, and she started bawling again. She went to the bathroom and locked herself inside. I was sick of everything at that point. I called her mother and told her what was going on. The full story too, the cheating, the questions I had asked, and the fact that I was leaving. Wrong. I've always had a good relationship with my ex's parents. They both decided to drive to town, which is about an hour from them. Once I knew someone was on the way, I just grabbed my things and left. Her waterworks in the bathroom were just annoying me because it felt hollow to me, especially given the answers to my questions. I ended up packing another bag before I left. Just real quick, I feel like she's not crying for him or anything. I think she wanted the relationship life and the comfort of that, but also to be able to cheat and do whatever. She's like, I can't have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I think it's probably a lot coming down on her all at once, where it's just like, wow, I'm losing it all. Everything I thought I had literally a day ago is gone. Not living in the same place, not dating the same person. Now I can't cheat on my boyfriend because I don't have one.
Can't even cheat anymore. I ended up packing another bag before I left and took all the things that I could think of that felt sentimental or attached to with me. I found a parking lot.
That's a good idea.
True. Sat in my parking lot, and I was able to get in contact with a buddy for a place to crash. I tried to take a nap, but I was running on way too much adrenaline. I knew when her parents had made it to the apartment because she started calling me. When I didn't answer those, started texting me. She had gone from sad and crying to furious. Apparently, I'm an effing piece of for telling her mom everything. Whoops. I'm not sorry.
Like your mom wasn't going to find out.
Dude, be mad at yourself.
I don't
Sorry.
understand when people cheat. It's like, and then they feel like, what? Why did you tell people? It's
you
like,
ruined everything. It could all been perfect.
My God, what is that? What is that? Oh, it's the consequences of your actions. That's what that is.
I've received roughly 100 texts from her since leaving. They range from name calling all the way to begging me to come back, to sending me pictures of food she ate for some reason.
That is the full spectrum of text messages.
IG eats first, yeah.
Angry, remorseful, and hungry.
Ooh. I haven't responded to any of them. I feel like I said my piece before leaving. By the way, if you ever want to say your piece, or more importantly, you see this thing right here, hear your piece. We have full episodes chock full of stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcast app, search OK Storytime. The full episodes are there. You are welcome. Go right now. But Dakota, what are we thinking here as we approach the end of the story? What?
You are better off. Don't look back. Move forward. Do not look back. You are better off without this person in your life. They are going to learn the hard way that, this is what happens when the consequences of your actions catch up with you. That's really all it is. She did at least it wasn't like a long, hard process to get the truth out. It came out pretty quick, and then now you can just move forward. Don't worry about her. She'll be fine.
Live your
So will
life,
you.
brother.
You'll both be fine.
Live your life.
Better
Your
off
life.
without her.
Let's finish this.
Yeah,
story.
let's finish it off.
Let's finish it.
We've
Let's
got it. We've
finish
got it
him.
in the bag.
So that's where I'm at right now. We didn't have joint finances, so that part was easy. I canceled all the subscriptions that go to my credit card just to be sure and changed all my important passwords. I'm crashing on a friend's couch for the next bit, but I've got some feelers out to some short-term rental places. And until I can find something more permanent, I've got feelers out for a divorce attorney too. A coworker of mine had a recommendation, so barring something better, I'll probably go with them. I also wanted to say that I was shocked how supportive everyone was, and thank you for that. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, it isn't easy for me to talk about emotional things with people close to me. This was an invaluable venting place for me, so thank you all so much. And you're welcome, Opie.
Onwards and upwards, Excelsior.
Onwards and mother flipping upwards,
You'll be
ladies
fine.
and gentlemen.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. You're moving on. You're doing exactly what you should be doing, brother.